Back in September 2020, we sold our house in the UK, then moved to Normandy in France, where we bought an ancient French farmhouse with various outbuildings, including an old barn, a small cottage with 2 woodlands, and 3.5 acres of pastured land in a beautiful national park area. Follow us on our journey as Budo and I renovate the farmhouse, manage our land, and take on many projects for you to enjoy. Let the fun begin.
Hi folks, welcome to Cozy Corner.
Hi everyone, we hope you've had a good week.
Yeah. So this week we had a storm on Sunday night, didn't we?
Yeah, Sunday night,
Okay.
early hours Monday morning.
So we're Friday today, and we had a Sunday is when we had the storm gone backwards, if you like. We had like a little tornado come up the side of the house, only small, but it was loud enough that I could hear it. We was in bed, so I jumped up to look out the window, out the back, put the torch out there, and we could see stuff flying about, and then it just dissipated and went away, but it caused quite a bit of damage, so we had to spend the whole of Monday and about 2 hours or so on Tuesday just tying up. Now,
Crazy, wasn't it?
It was crazy.
And the large insulations, we've got the extra large ones that are really long. They were covered with the blue tarpaulin from the trailer, and that actually got blown off, and they were halfway across the drive.
It
was just
crazy.
crazy.
Them what they call them?
Corrugated sheets.
No, the corrugated sheets I know went, but the insulation bags.
Yeah, they're big.
Are like this and this big. You know, they're heavy things. It takes a little bit of lifting, but anyway,
they were
it was just thrown around like toys.
Crazy.
But anyway, we got round it. No one was hurt, and the
No.
building wasn't damaged at all, so that was all good. There's been a lot of this disruption in France, northern France especially.
Yeah.
Anyway, so a lot of people have had a lot worse than we've had.
Yeah.
But we didn't film the devastation on
Could we?
Monday because, well, to be honest with you, we didn't think of it in the beginning. And we just went out, we put our raincoats on because it was pouring with rain, and we wanted to get it all back and sorted out. So we spent the day through the rain, in and out, having a cup of tea, keeping warm and that, and getting it tidied up. And then a couple of hours on Tuesday morning, wasn't it, to sort the last bit out. And then we was talking to ourselves saying, God, we should have filmed this, but we can't really use our cameras out in the rain. I'm not sure about this DJI, and I don't think it would.
And we did have no one who could film under an umbrella or something
and we
like
was more worried about getting everything back together again.
And another thing that was really strange, whoever watches our garden segments...
That's the reason, sorry, we didn't have a garden segment.
Yeah, that's the reason why.
So,
but
Wednesday.
Where the big compost is, we had 2 big black bags of plastic bottles. Well, they went diagonally actually into the woodland. Through the
trees and everything, didn't they?
Yeah, I couldn't work that one out. I was thinking, how
it's
they
the
got
Mistral.
that.
The Mistral.
The Mistral. No,
the
that's
Mistral.
in south of France, isn't it? They have the Mistral.
Anyway, so going on this week, Tracy's been...
I've been doing just, as you come in the front door on the lower part where we were going to have the panelling, but you'll see in this week's video there's been a bit of change as everything's fluid. On this renovation.
Definitely.
So all I've been doing is filling all the holes with lime mortar. Nothing pretty, just basically sealing up all the holes. And there was a tiny bit of pointing to do on the top of the fireplace on the other side, which I finished. And I've been generally just trying to sort things out, haven't I? Because we've cleared all the front room now, which is nice.
And it's looking good now. It's tidying it up. I've been putting the beams on, the false beams on the ceiling. It's to match what was originally there, if you like, because the joists originally were only about this deep, and then you had the floorboards on top. But now I've put nice deep bastion floorboards joists in, and they're very thick. And then we plasterboarded underneath it, filled it with insulation, and then I've put faux beams on, which I've made out of fir, and we're going to paint the whole ceiling white and the beams white. So you'll see that in the video. Yeah. And then
I think in France, I'm not sure, but if we have any French followers, I think they call it the little beams that run in between the main beams, petit plafond. Petit plafond, so correct me if I'm wrong.
But it looks nice. It gives you
lovely.
that oldie worldy look. And also on them beams, I put chamfered edges on there, nice deep chamfers with mason's mitres at the ends. So you won't get the effect on the camera so much, but once we paint it and you'll see the shadow lines, it will look nice. But on that's about all we've done this week, because obviously we've had a day and a bit wasted.
Yeah.
But the other thing we did, and then we was talking all the way through this video, you'll see us mentioning about these Fitville
boots and
Fitville. You'll see us with our new booties on. We wore all week. Fantastic.
Just show mine.
Lovely, comfy. No, don't worry.
I don't know if you can see them.
We were just. Oh, you want?
Yeah, so they can see them.
I think they can see them anyway.
They are so comfortable. They're like wearing slippers.
So
they're lovely. And
they sent us out these trainers and our sizes, and they sent us out working boots, which we've wore all week and would highly recommend.
Definitely.
What we love about this brand is they're not like a big name brand as such, in terms of like your Adidas or your Nikes and all that. But these are more about foot health and looking after you as your daily process goes, so if you're working, so they make them with a nice wide toe, they make them with a higher arch here, a lovely cushion sole that impacts through the day, and wearing the boots all week I felt less fatigued for some reason. I can't explain it.
You feel like your feet are breathing inside the boot, or like with the trainer.
I think it was the pressure, because I'm quite a heavy bloke, and I'm standing on my feet working all the time, sometimes jumping off steps and that.
Yeah.
With them boots, it felt like they were much more cushioned, and I felt a bit more confident to jump about a little bit more. Do you understand? Because I'm not like I'm a young youthful person anymore, because in them days I used to do it all the time.
I do that sometimes. I'll jump down if I'm on the step up ladder. I'll jump down, which I'm fine doing. And then when I land, I think, oh, that hurt my knee a little bit.
A little twinge in the knee. I'm going to stop doing that. But anyway,
I'm not in my 30s, but no, I would highly recommend them. They've got a non-slip grip underneath as well, which our boots have, which are really nice, and they're just all round good value, and they look aesthetically nice.
Yeah,
as well.
they do. They look quite nice as well.
Colour.
They're quite fashionable, nicely designed.
Yeah.
I've rolled my trousers up just so you could see them properly. And me and Tracy are very pleased, and I would highly recommend you check them out, especially if you want foot health, you have bad heels or you have bunions, or which we don't, but I don't, but if you've got that type of thing, or high insteps or high arches on the top,
they're ideal.
Have a look at them, and they're reasonably priced, and they've got a massive selection. And check out their slippers. Oh my God, I can't wait to get a pair of their slippers.
Both of us.
They're lovely.
But they at the moment they've got a 30% off, and that's obviously on the internet, and also there's a 30% off selective discount prices. But I'll put all the links and all the descriptions in our video on the description. So if you put our code in, then you'll automatically get 30% off.
And on that note,
excuse me doing my crocheting.
Oh yeah, so let's have a little chat about that before we go.
Yeah, too busy yakking.
So Tracy's making products for the Etsy shop she has, and
I'm just making a teardrop basket at the moment, which you can hang in your bathroom, your bedroom, your front room, in children's rooms, and it's made from a natural jute. And I'm doing that actually a set of 3. If you can just pass them, they're going to be on our in our Etsy shop. But what I'm doing at the moment, every time if we sit down for 5 minutes, I'm just trying to crochet, because obviously I don't have a lot of time, do I, to do it. But that's going to be that's the smaller size. I'm just finishing this one. That'll be the medium, and then obviously there'll be a large, but I'll be doing colourful ones as well, and this is going on the website as well. That's made from jute, lovely tote bag, and also this is made from recycled t-shirt yarn.
Heavy as well, isn't
it? Yeah, it's lovely. One of these already going off to our what I have to say as well, to our Patreon, Mari Heridia, she's ordered one as well, so that should be with her by the end of the month. And I would just like to say thank you to Emma and Rebecca for buying us a coffee.
Lovely, thank you.
And also I'd like to say a thank you to one of our patrons, Doris Bradshaw.
Oh yeah.
She's really promoting our YouTube channel in every way she can. She's got a family member, her husband, who's become a patron last year. Also her daughter now is buying us coffee. So thank you, Doris. We really appreciate it.
Thank you all of our patrons and all the people that are buying us coffees is fantastic. Thank you ever so much.
And if you want to be part of our journey and support our journey, then check out our Patreon page. You won't be disappointed.
Just pick up one of your jute bags.
Jute bags?
Anything. So jute, if you don't know what jute is an oakum. Well, an oakum is a jute, and it's always it comes from hemp, so it's a hemp fibre. But lovely, love the smell of it, and
they'll be lovely.
I think you'll love them if you're interested in that sort of stuff.
So they'll be on the website as well, on the Etsy shop.
We're going on again. Let's go. Yeah. Well, hi folks. Here we are with another unboxing. We've had a collaboration with a fantastic company called Fitville, and we're just going to open these boxes and show you what they've sent us. So do you want to start, Trace, or
yes, I
yours?
don't mind.
So what they've done is they've sent us these shoes and boots out for working. 2 for Tracy.
Okay. These are the work boots, which we'll talk about in a minute, obviously.
Wow.
Which are very smart, aren't they?
They're work ones, aren't they? They're your worky ones, yeah?
Lovely.
And they lovely.
Black as well is a good colour, isn't it?
We'll tell you some information about these, which you've been reading up.
Yeah.
What else did you get?
Right, let's have a look. So
actually, if we put them out, and then people can see them when we're
talking about them.
Yeah.
Let me just put this box down here.
So a nice pair of hard toe. Are they hard toe straight? I don't think they are.
No.
They might be the walking ones they've sent you then.
Yeah, could be. And
they're nice.
Are what I love.
Oh, they're nice, aren't they?
Look how lovely they are.
Wow. You can't see them down up there, Trey. Yeah. Aren't they lovely?
Beautiful.
Lovely pair of shoes from Fitville. They're nice ones. So take your box out of the way.
Yeah.
And then we'll put these down here where you guys can see them. Okay, and then here they've sent out some working boots, I know that. So it comes with a nice manual telling all about the company and how they're specialised in looking after people's feet and things. But we'll go into that a little bit more in a minute. And then, they're nice. They're going on today. Anyway, so these are the cap ones. These are the steely ones, Trey.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got a steel toe cap in them.
Yeah.
In there. Okay, and they've got the special soles that we'll talk about in a minute. So they're a lovely pair of boots. Lovely for working in. These are their work design ones for working in. So
that one?
Yeah, we'll just get that out of the way. Over here. Put them there for you to see. And then they sent me out a nice pair of trainers, they said. For casual wear. There we go, they're nice, aren't they?
Lovely. Love the colour.
Love the colour too.
Perfect.
There you go. So
they're actually,
this is Fitville,
ladies and men,
who've been kind to send us out our correct sizes and what they thought would be nice for us. And they are a fantastic company, lovely to deal with. So what we're going to briefly is about them. Why we chose Fitville is because, let me just give you a brief on people that approach us. We get different companies approaching us, and we sort of, some of them, a lot of them we go with obviously, but some of them we don't because they're not relevant to us. But this is relevant to us, and we've been looking at these in the past. And it was about when you're on your feet all day and you get tired feet and you want wider toe boxes and things like that. So this is why we chose Fitville to do a collaboration with. And I must say, if you look on their catalogue, they do a wicked pair of slippers. I have got to get some of them. But anyway, so Fitville is a cutting edge company. they're pursuing human foot health. So that's what these are all about. They're not just a fashion statement, even though they're very nice and fashionable. They are about foot health. And Fitville shoes are helpful for people in their daily lives, basically, to prevent sprained ankles and knee injuries and such, because of the way that the soles are designed and the way the wide toe boxes are that don't clinch your feet and stop the blood going to your feet and that, you know. The company, they're friendly as well, yeah, and they promote foot problem. They promote
to prevent
foot problems with their the shoes they design. But Tracy will give you a bit more of a brief on that.
With wide feet as well,
yeah,
and also if you see the wide toe boxes, if you point at the front,
yeah, so you've got a wide toe box here.
This has actually been patented.
Yeah.
And with the TMEVA soles, which is at the back.
This is these special soles that are impact soles, standing on all day.
And they also have shock absorbing pads, which provide you with a cushioned and a comfortable experience. Because you know, sometimes when you wear trainers,
I know,
it's very uncomfortable, isn't it? So
yeah, but these are completely designed for people on their feet all day, especially if you've got, you know, say like you had bunions or things like that. You can get these extra wide toes, can't you, Trace, for these? So you get what we call a wide toe, which is this, and then they do the extra wide, which is the E4. Is that correct?
Yep, E4.
It's an E4, so it gives you an extra wide one. So if you have suffered from bunions or bad ankle pads, you know, at the bottom of your ankles and things like that, these are designed for that, and the soles are fantastic in these. If I can try and show you.
Yep, inside.
But you've got lovely big insteps inside,
as well. That's what I
cushioned.
like.
They're designed to support your foot and keep on for a long period of time.
And also, if you turn round, they've got anti-skid as well. Look at the design.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, so, I read that part.
And it is part of the trainer.
It is very sort of sticky. Yeah, it's sticky. So that's good. They're a lovely colour. Anyway, that's Tracy's.
They've also got, if I could point out, they've got what they call a dual density sole as well. Yeah. Yeah. I just think they're an all-round fantastic. These are walking trainers, aren't they?
Right. These are the working boots for me. Okay. I like them. They're so light, and that makes a difference when you're wearing them all day long. When you're up ladders, down ladders, on scaffolds, walking around, whatever you're doing. So what we're going to do is now, we're going to wear our work boots for about a week, or at least 4 or 5 days anyway, and we're going to tell you at the end of it how our experience wearing these, so you actually get the full experience of what we feel about them. We'll be honest with them, but I do believe these are going to be right for us.
And another thing which I like as well, you know, with some trainers you find or walking shoes, work boots, when your foot is actually in the boot, you feel movement from side to side. Yeah. But this actually prevents that and stops you from easily getting sprained ankles.
So spraining ankles and things like that.
Inside here.
So that's nice. So I like a trainer with a little bit of a high top, just a little bit, not too high, but you know, just a little bit to give you a bit of support on your ankles, which these do. I like the style of these. You can't say they ain't stylish.
No,
they're nice.
Definitely not.
You know, and another thing about this company, right? They're not like, they don't play on a name. The pricing is really reasonable, and your discounts are amazing. What you're getting at the moment. Is there a good discount?
Yeah, the discount at the moment, I will put all the links in the description, is 30% off, and that's 30% off as well. All their discount prices.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
I think what attracted us to these as well is they are purely being designed for to have healthy feet, for your feet in mind, not just so that you look nice and stylish and then you end up.
But they are stylish, aren't they? Yeah. They're a nice stylish trainer.
They're lovely.
I think there's a lot of young people would probably wear them.
Definitely.
You know, because, well, if I was a young person, I'd wear them. You know.
I love the colour though.
I think the colour's lovely, and
it's lovely.
The boot, I don't mind what they look like really in working boots. No. It's if they're comfy, they support your feet is important for me, and these are the anti-skid soles again, nice and flat, nothing fussy. I love them. Right, so let's get wearing them.
Yep.
And we'll come back to you with our results and how we feel about them. Okay, good morning, folks. So just going to finish up on this. This was that Heridio ad box. That's all in now, all on, working. Speakers are in the ceiling, as you saw in the last video. But right at the end, when we've done the last video, just after that, I put this side in as well. But I didn't get it to film it, so speakers are in here now. Zipped up. Going to start doing the beam work now today. But I just wanted to show you that and tell you what I'm doing over here. So you can see I put a plasterboard at the top there. So what we're going to do is now is going to have a nice oak shelf on the top, and I'm going to make panelling in the English style panelling, what we call English style. And hopefully you might see me doing a bit of carving as well in the panels at the top. I might do a row of what we call strap work, English strap work carving, but we'll talk about that later. That's not this today. We're going to be starting on these beams up here. But I just wanted to say as well, we didn't have a garden video this week because we had horrendous weather. It was really windy. We was in the eye of the storm in Normandy. England got clipped to the bottom of England and some parts of the middle of France, but we was in the eye of it. We had a little tornado out the back. It pulled all that netting and veggie beds we did. All that was ripped up. Luckily though, it didn't damage the plants, funny enough, because they're too small, I suppose. But it pulled it all up, flew it all across the garden. It lifted up a load of sheets, corrugated iron, threw them all over the place, all in different places in the garden. Also, what did it do? Oh, big bags of insulation. I haven't got any here. Let me just show you over here. I don't know if you saw the ones out there. They're bigger than that. They're twice the size of that in width. They were just tossed around like they were like pieces of paper. Anyway, so we spent the whole of Monday and basically a tiny bit of Tuesday clearing it all up. So we couldn't do a gardening segment, sorry about that. But we got it all back in, all the netting's back in, all the poles are back in, and it's all back to normal. But anyway, guys, I'll show you in a little while when I start to put the beams in as I make them. So you want to explain what you're doing, Tracy?
Hello. I'm just filling all the holes with a lime mortar mix. So I'm not pointing neatly. All I'm doing is, if you go along, look. Yeah. You can see all these little holes. All I'm doing is sealing them up with the lime mortar. So obviously the walls can breathe. And then we can get the framework on there. Yeah, so we've got a framework. Let me just show them, Trace. Yeah. So that framework over there goes all the way behind there. And that goes over here. And we was talking about panelling in it. But we're now going to plasterboard this oak top wallpaper. Okay. We're 99%. I've just been. Everything's fluid in this house, isn't it? Yeah. Well, I normally know what I want when it comes to the interior side of it, but we're 99%. I'm just putting all wallpaper samples in the basket at the moment. Cool. So, but I must say it's nice to be pointing again. Yeah, well, you like doing that job, don't you? So Tracy's going to clean all this up, fill all the holes, tidy it up. And then when we get the concrete down, we can put the wall back on, and then we can put all the insulation into that wall, put the plasterboard on, and we'll put a breathing insulation so it's up. And then we was talking about having some, do you want to show them your sconces? Yeah, hold on. On the walls here, what we're going to do is we're going to route in, when I say route in, right, here, going to chop all this out in a line, coming down the mortar line to a certain depth, get a wire down behind there, in two places, and then we're going to put two wall sconces on there. We bought these from that lovely bookon, didn't we? Yeah. So just show us one, Trey. We know it's going to be two. So we're going to have one possibly there somewhere, and then one over that side. And they'll be pretty, won't they? They'll come nice. I'm going to clean them up, but look, they're a nice pattern, and they're actually quite heavy. They'll give a nice warm feel to when you walk in, if you're watching a bit of TV or something, and you've got them on the background. Put the wall lights on. It's nice, isn't it? And I'm up to doing some
joisted, if you like, bastions, putting up false ones. So let me just show you. So I'll go up here, so as you can see, so I'm just putting these in at the moment up here. I'm going to put them all through the ceiling. I don't know if you can see the detail, but here I put some mason's miters and chamfered the edges all the way through, chamfering, and all of them. I'm just doing them 2 at a time, but Tracy will film you in a minute, just show you how I do them. I just want to get a little quick chat. Chase, the other day we done a little unboxing of our boots, didn't we?
Yeah.
What are you thinking of them so far? I mean, they're getting a bit mucky, obviously. We're in a building site.
They are really comfortable.
Are they?
And here on the ankle, you can feel the support.
Yeah.
And there's nice room.
Yeah.
Here.
They look nice, and I must admit mine, I'm going to just put mine up on here for you to see. So I've got mine on, and God, they are so comfortable.
My boots are better than your boots.
No, my boots are better than your boots. What size are your boots?
These are 7. I think.
7 English. Mine an English 10. So, or 10 and a half. Is it 10? 10. So my boots are better than yours.
But no, we've got them bigger, so because we wear thick socks, don't we?
Yeah.
So, but no, I must say they are so comfortable. Really light on the feet.
I am very pleased with them.
And our trainers are lovely walking shoes.
I think they are. You can feel that they're designed to look after your feet, aren't they? They've got a very comfortable way about them. Everything. They're very warm. And what I must say is on the front of the cat toes here. This is still, remember, in here. But on the front, they're very wide, so your feet, you can wiggle your toes about. Even though my toes are right up to here, I can still wiggle them around, and they, I can feel the steel if I wiggle them around, but there's a lot of room in there. But super comfortable.
At the same time, you feel like you've got a lot of support around your ankle, and that's what I like.
I would highly recommend them, would you?
100%.
Yeah, I think so, because they are good. And I think if you're a person on your feet a lot, or like you do a lot of walking, dog walking, things like that, it's going to be personal. What's the matter? What? Go on, say it. Okay. Tracy has a giggle. She's into a giggle now. Anyway, guys, so I'm going to turn on my laser, because I'm lining it up for the ceiling, for the timbers. So you saw that in the last videos. Okay folks, so I'm getting the old goo laser back into action again. So what I'm doing now is I've put it in that position for a moment, and I've struck a line across the ceiling. If you can see that, that lines up with that beam I've just put in down there. So there's a beam in there. So what I do is now I just mark with pencil marks along this laser line, and then I can move this laser over to the next position. You can see there's one missing over there. I've got an intricate cut to do there, so just going to get sort of tool out to do that, or hand saw if anything. Anyway, so I just thought I'd show you that. That's a good way of using a laser as well. So even if you want to set out on a ceiling, you still can use one of these fantastic little Lasgoo lasers. Okay folks, this is what we can contend with today again. Rain. So I've got all my timber under this black rubber sheeting, and I'm pulling one at a time and working on it. This is where I keep my tools, look. Keeping everything dry under there. Just pull it out as I need it, but let's go and see what Tracy's up to. How we doing, Trey?
Hiya. I've just finished now.
Oh, you done that other wall there?
Yeah. I filled all the holes. It's not neat. I'm basically filling up the holes, so
yeah, it's fine. That's all it was anyway.
But I pointed this little bit because we didn't get this.
Yeah, we never got that finished, did we? So that's nice.
Yeah, but I haven't come down here because obviously I'm going to be sanding down the shelf. So
yeah, but that's looking good up there. Yeah. So you'll just wait for that to dry a bit and then brush it down, but it's wet at the moment, isn't it? So so I'm pushing on a little bit more now. So as you can see now, the beams are going up on the ceiling. Okay, Those of you who are a little bit cute with the eye, you'll see that these are fir beams that are going up, not oak. Can you see the nice little mitres, mason's mitres? Looks nice, doesn't it? All of them have got it 6 inches in, but we're putting the fir ones up because, Tracy, we are fully painting the ceiling, aren't we?
Yes.
Beams and everything.
Debating, won't we, I was going to, well, I have to sand them down anyway to paint them, but we were going to keep them oak, but then we thought it might be too dark.
Dark,
the beams and the I think they call them petit de plafond or
something like that,
French.
yeah. But
so no,
at the end of the day, we're going to make a nice feature wall there in oak. So I'm going to panel it out. And I was looking at my pricing book. If we was doing this in the UK and I was making an oak panelling to go in there, made and fitted with the oak materials would be about £6,000. Because panelling is very expensive to do. It's time consuming, but you know, some people will pay 20, 30, up to £100,000 to have a rooms panelled out, like, you know.
Like if you panel a room in a chateau, you know how big them rooms are.
Yeah.
You're looking on maybe £70,000 to do that. So.
Probably, yeah, at
but
least.
Lucky you can do it though. You have to be so careful with routers, don't you?
Yeah. I've been using it for years, so I'm all right. But that's my old Faithful. I brought it from England. It's my porter router, porter cable. It's an American system, but it came from America actually when I bought it. But I love this because it's a lovely, lightweight, freehand, easy moving router. Good tool, good tool. But that's doing this for us. If you come in here close, Trent. So what I do first of all is see these mitres, mason mitres.
Yep.
I just get my chisel, pare them down, clean them out. You have to have a very sharp chisel. Okay, this is like you could shave with that. To pull them out, and then I'll go down and do this side as well. So you get this type of. If you come down it, you might be able to see it. It's a little bit.
Hang on.
So you get that.
Yeah, I can see.
Little bevel there.
Yeah.
That goes all the way to the other end. So it comes up here. Then you get the mason's mitre here.
This actually, when you see this part and this part, this reminds me of a column. You know, when you get columns?
Yeah, that's what it's like. It's supposed to be. You know, if it was up that way, it would feel like a bit of a column anyway, wouldn't it? So, but I'm doing it on the beam. So, and then all I do is just take off the arrises off the edges of the timbers here, and then I drill my holes. Up they go.
Fantastic. Any tips, obviously, for using routers? Because some people just think
a very good tip.
You have to be very careful.
To wear really good boots so you don't slip over.
Okay, Budo.
These.
Do you like your boots?
I love them. Lovely and comfy. I thought I'd plug that one again for this because it's in this video anyway.
They go well with your grey trousers and your yellow high-vis jacket.
This is my height of fashion tray. This is height of fashion now, look. Got to have your gloves on as well.
But no, on a serious note, because routers can be quite dangerous, can't they, if you use them the wrong way round?
If you don't know what you're doing and you're not with any tool like that, it's about being conscious and confident. Confidence is the key because you're confident to hold on to it. If you start having doubts and you want to let go or you're not sure and you panic, then that's when an accident's going to happen. But if you hold on to them, I've used them now for 35 years, probably more, and never once have I had an accident with them. Never once I've cut myself on them. Normally cut yourself on things like chisels, saws, hand tools mainly, especially sharp ones.
I remember in the UK when you reconditioned the bench, didn't you? I painted it and everything, and you made new hardwood slats, didn't you? And you actually showed me. It was only the mini router, how to use it properly, how to turn the corner, and it's actually
That's
quite.
a trimming router. That's a really small little router.
Yeah.
Trimming router we call that. They're a lot less dangerous they are, but these bigger routers, that's a medium one, and then you get the real big boys, which I've got in there, and then you have to be very careful, especially if you're free-handing. But the router is designed to be free-handed. Yeah. It's meant to be held onto. It's about being confident, being holding onto it, and pulling at a steady pace, not going bad as anything, right? And sharp bits. Right. So good morning all. Second day doing these beams. And we wake up this morning and this is what we wake up to. Ooh, bit of snow. Oh dear. And it's cold. Yes. Yeah. So we've got to contend with this as well now. So we have rain, 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 rain. Now snow. I suppose it's all part of winter. It's quite pretty. Crunchy under the foot. It's gone a bit frosty, that's why. But it's another way of viewing where we live. Hey, let's have a little look round here. So I'm going to get on with the beams today, finish them off. Might not be on this video, but it'll be on the completion next week. But looks different, doesn't it? Bit of snow. Let's have a look at my tractor. Yeah, we'll have to give that a start. Put the battery back on it and give it a turnover. That tractor. It's not water cooled, it's air cooled, so it can't freeze, you know, which is handy. Look at that. Different view. We had a big storm on Sunday night. I'm going to go up here and show you what happened. Well, first of all, we're here. All these tins here were all thrown over there and down there, and it was like a little tornado, because I looked out the back window and I could see everything flying around. I came up here, the bench was thrown over, the table was upside down and over near the tree, and then all our mesh nettings and hoops were pulled out on one side and flipped over, and a few tools that were over the back were thrown over as well. It didn't touch these, funny enough, these plastic containers here, so I think it was the way it was going round, and it was like a little mini tornado. So we spent the whole of Monday and about, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours, 2 hours on Tuesday morning, just sorting it all back out again, clearing up, picking up all the bottles, and there was loads of plastic bottles everywhere blown about. But what had happened is it must have come on this side, because you see they're bent over a bit anyway, but it must have come off this side and just pulled up the netting about halfway, and then it must have gone over that way somewhere. But I heard it before I saw it. I just heard it sounded like a bit like a lorry coming down the road, you know, but a constant sound like. And I was worried about that scaffold if it hit that and pulled all that down. But it weren't as bad. I'm making it out more bad than what it is probably, but it was a bit worrying. It caused us a load of problems, you know, to sort it all out. Give us a day wasted, really, because all our hard work we did before, putting it all back, putting it all up there, like, you know, we had to put it all back again. And no damage to the trees, nothing wrong with all the fruit orchard. It never went over that far. I believe it came up here, because all them were moved over, and we had the, oh no, it probably came across from that way around here and then up and away. Anyway, before you let you see the snow, I've had it one day and I've had enough of it already. Anyway, so a quick update on the ceiling, folks. I'm on the second bay here now, and I've just cut a couple of more to go in there, and there's the first bay done. Looking good, looking good, looking good. I've done a little chamfer on them, like you know, and little mason's miters, so they look a bit more authentic. So when you imagine all this is all going to be painted white and it all blend in. But I just wanted to do a closure now on the booties and trainers that were sent to us from Fitville. I'll just show you on here. So I've been wearing these now for 5 days. Lovely and comfy. They're so nice. I like I say, on the width for them, they give you plenty of room. Still toe capped, and cushion soles, lovely. Me and Tracy are very, very pleased with them, and you should check them out, guys. Called Fitville. You'll see them on our links, and that will send all that for you anyway. And we've done a good survey of them, and they are really nice. We liked wearing them, and we will continue to wear them. Actually, I'm going to give them a good clean because I don't want to ruin them. Put my other boots on while I'm in the mud and dirt.